Hi everyone, welcome back to our activities section of this week's At Home Sunday School. And we are now moving from our Miracles of Jesus into our Easter part of the series. Although Easter in and of itself is one of the greatest miracles of Jesus. Because if you know the story, and if you don't, you're going to learn it throughout this week and next week. But Jesus was crucified on Good Friday, which means he died. They killed him on the cross, which is very sad. But the joyous part of that is that he rose from the dead on Easter, and that was the miracle. And he died so that our sins could be forgiven, and because he loved us so very much, which is one of the many things that we celebrate on Easter. So, but I get ahead of myself. We are going to talk about Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday is the Sunday before Easter. And why do you think they call it Palm Sunday? Good question. Well, if you had a chance to read our story, then you'll know the answer. But basically, Jesus was coming into Jerusalem, and he was riding on a donkey, and the people in Jerusalem were so excited to see him that they were yelling Hosanna and praising him, and they tore down palm branches from the trees, and they were waving them around and laying them on the road to make a path for him, as well as with their own coats, which is the way they celebrated Canes. And they were just having a joyous time of celebration and a big parade and lots of loud cheers for Jesus. So Palm Sunday is a time that we're happy and celebratory as Jesus was entering Jerusalem. So if we were in services, which we're not yet, but we will be on April 11th, but if we were, we would hand out little palm branches. They're skinny little palm branches that they hand out. But since we can't do that, we're going to make our own palm branches for our activity today. And we're going to focus on many things. Palm branches have many meanings, and I'm going to check my notes here. They can symbolize triumph, victory, peace, but what we're going to concentrate on, what they symbolize today, is goodness, the goodness of Jesus. And I'm going to get a little bit more into that in just a minute. But first, let's make sure we all have our supplies. Make sure you have construction paper. There should be 2 pieces of construction paper for each person. And then you're going to need your large craft stick from your kits. And then from home, you're going to need either tape, you like my new tape dispenser, or glue, or glue stick. Last time I used the glue stick, it didn't work so well. So, I haven't had a chance to get a new one, but glue stick, if you have a good glue stick, that works just fine. I'm probably going to use tape because the liquid glue takes just a little bit longer to dry. But if you have time, certainly liquid glue works just great. And then you're going to also need a pen and some scissors. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to start doing, we need 4 palm prints, or hand prints, but we're going to go with palm prints because it's Palm Sunday, but your palm is actually just this part. You actually want the fingers too. So we're going to make 4 palm prints, and so you should be able to easily, I can get 2 per page. If you have smaller hands, which many of you will have smaller hands than me, you might be able to get more, or you definitely will be able to get more per a sheet of construction paper. But so feel free to make as many as you want, but at least make 4. So to make it a little easier to make it so I don't have to do as much cutting, I'm going to fold mine in half and then make my palm print like this and cut it out. Now I'm going to, so I don't have to move the camera back and forth, I'm going to try and do it like this. Let's see if I can do this. So basically you just take your hand and you trace it. Just like that. And if you have a hard time doing it on yourself, ask a brother, sister, or parent to help you out. Okay, there we go. Oh, well, that kind of worked, except for I kind of missed a pinky in there. Okay, I'm just gonna draw my pinky real fast. Okay, so there is my paw print. My hand print, or my palm. I don't have paw prints, although I can go find Penny and we can do a little paw print of hers. Now I'm going to carry this down so it kind of curves, because obviously you can't do the curve of it because your arm's in the way. So afterwards, then go ahead and make a curve. Now this is a little bit of a shaky one because I was holding it up. But if you do it on a table, you should have a lot more stable surface to work on. So then what you're going to do is you're going to cut out your palm or hand. And just cut all the way around. And because I folded it, I'm going to end up with 2 when I'm done. I guess if you have a really good pair of scissors that can cut through lots of paper, you could actually fold the second one and put them inside together and actually cut all 4 at the same time. But my little scissors, I think that would be a little hard to cut, so we're going to do 2 at a time. And mine was very jaggedy because of the way I drew my hand, but I don't have to like do all the little curves of my pen stroke. I just need straight lines and curves just to get the idea of where my fingers are. Okay, so you're going to cut it all the way around. Just keep on going. And you'll see, even though I had a rather jaggedy looking palm, I keep saying palm because it's Palm Sunday, that's why. Jaggedy handprint. When I cut it using straight lines, it's going to look like a normal handprint. And I'm going to curve it. So you don't have to follow the lines exactly at all. You can see that I didn't, and that I kind of straightened it out. But then when you turn it around, see, those look like very nice handprints. So when you get done with all 4 handprints, we're going to write on them. And this is where we're going to talk about the goodness of Jesus. So I want you to think about 4 different categories. 1, the people in your life that you're thankful for, that you're thankful to have in your life. 2, the things in your life that you're thankful for. And then 3, we're going to flip it, and because we're thankful for the things that we have, the people that we have in our lives, but then we lead by the example of Jesus, that Jesus and his goodness was service to others. So I then want you to think about, what do you do in your family to help your family? And then what do you do to be helpful in your community? And what we're going to do is write on your fingers what those things are. So, and I'm going to write where I have all the little lines. I'm going to write on the other side. That's going to be my back. So first, like how I'm using my Bible, I forgot to bring my clipboard in here. So that's okay. Our Bible is actually a good resource for many things, including helping us do our projects. So I'm going to write on the palm what it is that I'm going to write on my fingers. So here I'm going to say people I'm thankful for. I'm going to put a little dot, dot, dot. And then on the fingers, I'm going to write the people that I am thankful for, like my husband. And I'm going to fill out all 5 fingers. In fact, I've already done this. So I'm going to show you my finished hands. So the people that I'm thankful for, I did put down my dog Penny, of course. Now, this one might be a little debatable, and my family will tell you that Penny is not a person, so she isn't in this category, but Penny is a member of our family, and even though she's not technically a person, since I include her in my family, I wanted to include her in this hand. And then I put my husband Larry, my daughter Sarah, my son Sam, my sister Lyra, and I ran out of fingers. Now, you don't have to put everybody you're thankful for, although if you wanted to, you could probably turn it over and keep on going, because I could have put down my parents, my friends, my grandparents, teachers, old bosses, lots of people that you're thankful for. So, but you just need to think of 5. Now, the next one, things that I'm thankful for. Now, I put down there, and there's so many things to be thankful for. I put down my house. I'm so thankful to have a roof over my head, because not everybody does. I'm thankful for food to eat, that I get to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks, and that, again, not everybody has the ability to feed their tummies when they're hungry. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm also thankful for transportation, my car, because I have the luxury that when I need to go someplace, I can get in my car and go. My job, I'm thankful for being with all of you guys and having the opportunity to share Jesus's love with you. And my clothes. I am thankful that I have clothes, especially during the winter. I'm thankful to have clothes all the year around. And I might not have the most fashionable clothes at times, but I have clothes that keep me warm and cozy in the winter. And I have clothes that can keep me cool in the summer. So I'm thankful for that. And there's so many other things that you could be thankful for. Maybe you have a favorite stuffed animal or favorite doll, or a collection that you have, whatever it is. Think of 5 things to write them down. They can be similar to mine if you're also thankful for similar things, or they can be totally different. It is up to you. Okay, so the next one, what do I do for my family? Now, this might take a little bit of thought. I'm sure that you guys do a lot of stuff for your family. And I do things like I cook, I clean, I do laundry. So those are some of the stuff that comes right to mind. The activities that you do that help your family. For you, it might be making your bed, or feeding the dog, or cleaning, or maybe you're cooking dinner and helping out with mom or dad. But then I want you to think of some other things that are not like chores, but that help your family have fun and be entertained as well. So I said I make them laugh. I try and find the humor in things, because I think the day is just so much better when you can have a good laugh. And I love hugs. And that's one thing I do for my family. I give lots and lots of hugs. So you think about what you do for your family and write those down on your hand. Now, what do you do for the community? That I had to think a little bit more difficult. Of course, we all do things for the community, but to actually think about it and spell it out took me a few minutes. And I came up with some simple things. And my first one on my thumb here is smile. I think one of the best things that you can do, it kind of goes along with the making my family laugh, but if you just smile at people, it can warm their day. Maybe that's the only smile they've had all day, and you can really change around somebody's attitude, or just add to an already happy day for them. So smile is one thing. I always try and smile at people when I walk by them. I put down that I drive safely. There are some crazy drivers out there, And that can be really dangerous for people and other cars on the road. So I try and drive safely to protect all those around me. And then I said, pick up litter or garbage. If you find garbage around on a park or on the street, if I have the ability to do it, I try and pick it up and to keep God's world clean. And then I said, donate food. Just as I had mentioned before, how I'm lucky and I'm thankful that I have enough food to eat. Not everybody does. So I try and donate food to food pantries to help people that are in need of food and who are hungry. And that last one, my little pinky here, I said volunteer. I try and volunteer when I can to help out the community. And volunteering could be something kind of formal, like the youth just went to feed my starving children and I've helped them and volunteered with that organization. Or it could be volunteering to help a neighbor mow the lawn or rake up some leaves or plant some flowers or whatever other things that you might see around the neighborhood that need to be done. So those are my hands, and I'm sure you're going to have equally as, or maybe probably better things than I came up with. So be creative and really give it some hard thought about what you want to put on your hands. Now, craft stick comes into play. We have to make our hands and our craft stick into a palm. So you're going to lay your craft sticks and you're basically going to glue or tape your palms or your handprints onto your craft stick to make your palm. Now you can decide whether you want your thumbs in, your thumbs out, a combination. I'm thinking, let's see, I didn't really give this too much thought. I think I'm going to do palm or thumbs out. I'm going to take my first one and I'm going to put it down here, and I'm using my, I just said thumbs out and my thumb is in. I'm going to put it over here. And I'm just taping it onto the back here. Now you can just glue it there if you have glue available. So I made sure that when I did this that I would have opposite hands. Even though all my hands were they were on my left hand, I just flipped over some when I wrote on them, and I didn't really mention that. So that's something you can do so that you have hands going out opposite directions. But if you didn't think of that, then it really doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to tape these down here. And then I'm going to put the next one up here. And you're going to cover up some of what you wrote, which is perfectly fine, because you know what it is. And then I'm actually making sure, I thought I did opposites, but actually I've got 3 going the same direction. So I didn't actually do it the way I thought I did, which is okay. I got 1 thumb sticking out this way. No, 3 thumbs sticking out this way and 1 thumb sticking out this way. Okay. So however you did it, that's fine. Now I've got to put a little tape on this other side. So hold on. Now I don't want the tape showing on the front side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's see, it's coming off. I'm going to put the tape underneath and squeeze it down. I need a little bit of tape under here too. So I'm just rolling it. This is why a glue stick might be a little easier, but the tape works. So you can see on the back, I just plastered the tape on, but on the front, I hit it. Okay, so when you get your palm done, like I said, you can see I got 3 thumbs sticking out this way and just 1 on this way. So obviously it can work any way that you did your words. So want you to do a couple things with this. And if you had more hands, add those too. You can make it all nice and full and bushy. Or if you have another craft stick, you can certainly make more than 1. And I want you to show your parents and discuss maybe at dinner time all the things that you wrote on here. And maybe your parents helped you if you are a little young to be writing everything out yourself. Then hopefully you were able to sit down with your mom or dad and have them write it out for you. But if you did it all by yourself, make sure you go over what you wrote down and why with your parents. Because it's always good to share that kind of stuff. And parents love talking about what you've learned and how you're feeling about things, especially about your family and your community. And this is a good way to share that. So once you get that done, then we have to have a parade. You have to, especially if you have siblings in the house, and even if you don't, your parents can join you in on the parade. Make sure that you can wait till Palm Sunday, or you can just do it whenever you do this craft, but make sure you wave your palm and celebrate Jesus and praise Jesus. Maybe put on a little music and do a little parade around the house, and just swing your palms back and forth in honor and celebration of Jesus and all of his goodness and all of the goodness that he brings into our lives. And because of that goodness, that we then can share the goodness with our families and our communities. So I hope you have a really good time doing your palms, handprint palms, and have a great Palm Sunday. And I will see you again for Easter in 1 week. Wow, it's hard to believe Easter's already coming up. So, and again, we're going to have a great celebration for Easter. And if you are able, we are actually having an Easter egg hunt on the day before Easter, Saturday, April 3rd. So I hope you can come out and join us at church for that. That's an in-person thing. So it'd be wonderful to see you then to celebrate with an Easter egg hunt, some crafts, and even some food. Can't go wrong with food. So I hope you have a wonderful day and a great week, and I can't wait to see you again on Easter. Until then, bye.